Hello, dear students! Welcome back to Clover Lab Ielts tutorials. Today, I'm gonna guide you through one of the trickiest Ielts questions, which is true, false, not given. And along the way, I'm gonna provide you some tips to address this question type. And yeah, we're gonna do one exercise together. All right, let's rock it! So, first of all, let's understand what are these true, false, not given questions are really about. Well, in this kind of questions, you'll be given a set of statements and a text. And your main goal is to decide which of the options like true, false, or not given applies to the information provided in the statement. For example, look here. You have 4 statements, right? So you need to decide which of the following statements are true, false, or not given. So you write the option, or we can call it a label, true, if the statement agrees with the information provided in the text. Similarly, you write false if the statement contradicts the information written in the text or in your passage. And you choose the option of not given if, obviously there is no information in the text in regard to this statement. Okay, so to just give you more clarification, basically you need to do 2 things when you're solving true, false, not given questions. 1, you need to understand those statements. And 2, you need to decide whether that statement is true, false, or not given according to the text. I'm going to repeat, according to the text that you are provided with. Okay, now let's switch to our tips. Okay, here is the tip number 1. Understand the statements first. Yes, try to understand the meaning of each statement before you actually read the passage. At the same time, please underline the keywords. You might encounter keywords in the statement, and those keywords will be obviously repeated in the passage. So underline those keywords and spot those same keywords in the passage. This will make your job easier in terms of finding the location of the answer. Okay, next we have our tip number 2. Watch out for distractors. Yes, as you guys know, Ielts test setters love to use distractors to just trick you guys. So a prime example of distractor is qualifying words. Well, what is qualifying word, right? Well, a qualifying word is a word or phrase that changes how absolute, how certain, or how generalized the statement is. For example, we have qualifiers of time. Words like occasionally, sometimes, always, never, often, and so on and so forth. We also have qualifiers of certainty or possibility of doubt. These are the words like certainly, possibly, probably, perhaps, maybe, it seems, by no means, it's likely, and etc. So these qualifying words can alter the entire meaning of the statement, and therefore they will also alter your choice. So if the sentence is written like he always complains about problems. Okay, let's practice one exercise together. Alright, here is the passage. Please take your time to read it. You can pause the video for your own convenience. I separated the passage into two parts. So here is the part 1. And here is the part 2. Okay guys, I hope you're ready. So now let's check your results and let me also show you a step-by-step solution of these true-false not given questions by using keywords. So first we have the statement number 1. Raising levels of literacy was the main theme of the conference. Now, at this point, I'm going to provide you with a specific procedure that you guys can follow to hack your true-false not given questions. So first of all, we need to underline the keywords and understand what the statement is about. The keywords here are conference and levels of literacy. And the statement tells that the main topic of conference is about increasing rate of literacy. In other words, the increase in the number of literate students, or something like that. So I hope you can understand this. And it means that we need to search the text to see if raising levels of literacy was indeed the main theme of this conference. Well, if we scan the first main paragraph, we will find that the word conference was used twice, right? It implies that we need to scan the paragraph for more details. And when we read the paragraph closely, we can see that the conference was about the well-being of the pupils, not their level of literacy. Therefore, the answer is false. So you see, guys, I figured out that first statement is false with the help of keywords that help me to accurately locate the answer in the paragraph. Alright, guys. Next we have our second statement. Online platforms such as Facebook and Twitter can have a negative effect on young people's lives. In this case, we should continue scanning from the location of the last answer. You remember, guys, that information will come in order in the text. So here at the text, we should quickly spot the words social media and also the word teenagers, which is a synonym of young people, right? These keywords are again giving us some clues that there is a good match of information and given statement. So yeah, read this small excerpt from the passage. And yeah, even though the wording is very different, the passage itself definitely states that social media, of which Facebook and Twitter are a major part of, can have a negative effect on young people's lives, right? So the second statement is true. Okay, moving on to statement number 3. We have the following. There is evidence that the presence of pets in schools helps kids with mental health issues. That's interesting claim. Well, we can easily find the phrase mental health in the text, but there is no mention of pets in this part of the text, right? However, we can spot the words animals and dog, which might have been used to paraphrase pets. So, if we read in more detail, we can get the meaning of the text. Let's look at the text. It seems that the text matches the information in the sentence, but there is another very important keyword in the statement itself that we really need to consider. That's the word evidence. Well, evidence means the proof of the idea being suggested. while in our passage the ideas match, there is no direct evidence stated. So we mark the third statement as not given. Because there is no evidence, direct evidence, Anyways, lastly, let's move to the fourth statement, which is the last statement. Look at this text. So here we should select government, minister, and national scheme as our keywords and continue scanning the rest of the text. So we gotta scan the text looking out for any words related to government and politics. And if you also notice, there is a word policy in the final sentence. Well guys, the word policy in this case is basically a synonym for the phrase national scheme. So then that leaves us with only one possible answer. It's false, because the Education Secretary states that there are no plans for a central dog policy, so the answer is false. Alright? Alrighty then, that's the end of our tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really want you guys to apply our tips and eradicate your confusions in true, false, not given questions. Okay, see you around.